if you're in the UK, you have more chances to switch to tier 2 visa. But there are some visas that even though you are currently in the UK legitimately, you cannot switch to tier 2 visa with these visas. So in my last video, I talked about switching from tier 4 visa to tier 2 visa. I know there are so many people that are on other visa types as well. So in this video, I will cover that topic, who cannot switch to tier 2 visa, which some visas are a bit too restrictive. And that's why I like tier 4 visa. The student visa is only restrictive to some conditions, but it is so flexible. You can actually switch and you can defer, you can decide to defer, but when you defer, you have to go back to your country. I don't know if that has changed now. And you can come back when you feel you are ready and you can continue your studies. Student visa is one very flexible visa for me, and that's why I always say it's not only the easiest visa to get, it is also a really good visa. Apart from the financial aspect, the only thing that puts me off when it comes to student visa is the financial aspect of it, and the fact that you have to work for only 20 hours a week. I mean, if I can work more than 20 hours, why restrict me to 20 hours a week? But it is what it is. You have to obey the rules. Apart from that, it is so flexible and I like it. Yeah. But some visas, you're more like you are confined in an area. You can't even go forward. You can't even go backward. You are stuck. You can't do nothing. On some of these visas, you can't do nothing with them in the UK. You cannot work. You don't have access to the NHS. You don't have access to so many things. You can't even switch from that visa to another visa. Like, like I said, it's more like you can't go forward. You can't go backward. You are stuck. This visa I'm talking about now won't even let you get your permanent residency in the UK. I'd advise you, if you are going for any visa at all, please kindly check out that visa, check out the conditions. All these things are on the government website, gov.uk. There are so many visas right now. So if you're going for any of them, please kindly check out the conditions, especially if your main aim is to remain in the UK with time. Check out these visas and ensure that you will get what you're looking for with them. If not, you may want to look elsewhere and get visas that would give you what you are looking for. Okay. That being said, let's get right into the video. So the first visa is a visitor visa or a visit visa. Visit visa is so restrictive, like so restrictive. Sometimes it's annoying. The only thing you can do in the UK on a visit visa in most cases is just to go and tour the beaches and all of that. Go to Queen's house, go and see the Queen, see your friends, and go home. Most times you may not have access to the NHS care. Most times you won't have access, you cannot even work on a visit visa. You cannot work legally on a visit visa. So if you are on a visit visa, you are not allowed to work in the UK. Now, at a point, you would think, okay, I'm here visiting. Now, I would like to start studying in the UK. With a visitor visa, you cannot even study in the UK and you cannot switch to study in the UK. I'm not even sure you can apply to get a job in the UK with a visitor visa because some companies, once they see your visa is visitor, they will not process your application anymore. But if there are companies that are lenient enough to process your application regardless of your visitor visa status, you can't still work until you go back to your country and now apply for the tier 2 visa. So visitor visa is that restrictive and that annoying to me. So yeah, and also on a visitor visa, you cannot switch to tier 4 visa, which is a student visa. So you cannot come here and say, okay, I would like to study here now, so I'll apply for admission and then, switch. You can apply for admission, you can get your admission, but you can't start studying. You must go back to your country and apply for the tier 4 visa before you can start studying in the UK. So if you run away from your country and you're coming on a visitor visa, my dear, think about it. Except you want to start staying illegally after your 6 months or after your 6 months, yeah, because most times visitor visa is for 6 months. Even though they may give you 2 years visa, you'd have to stay for 6 months and go back to your country and come back and spend the remaining 6 months. That gets me more angry as well, but then let's leave that for another day. So if you get a job and you're currently on a visitor visa, you have to go back to your country and apply for the tier 2 visa before you can now come back and stay. And your 6 months won't count towards your indefinite leave to remain. So that 6 months you've spent in the UK is more like it's gone. Okay, you will start counting from the tier 2 visa. The next people that cannot switch to tier 2 visa, even though you are currently in the UK, those on short-term student visa. So if you are currently on a short-term student visa, I'm sorry, you cannot switch from your visa to tier 2 visa. I know in my last video I said yes, students can switch from their visa to tier 2 visa, but I think I mentioned that your program should be from 9 months. If your program is below 6 months, that is short-term. You cannot switch from your visa to tier 2 visa. Now you may ask, who are those on this short-term visa? You can be on short-term visa if you're just transferring from your country to the UK. You want to do maybe study experience, or you are researching on something and you want to spend about 6 months or less in the UK. You are a short-term student. So you cannot switch from that visa you are currently holding to a tier 2 visa. The third people that cannot switch to tier 2 visa is if you are a parent of a child on a child student visa. You know, there are child students in the UK, and as a parent, you can come and visit your child and you'll be like, okay, I like it here. Maybe I should just stay and start working. Sorry, if you finally get a job, you cannot switch to tier 2 visa. You'd have to go back to your country and apply for the tier 2 visa before you can now stay in the UK and work. Now, the next category is if you are on immigration bail. If you are on immigration bail, you cannot switch to tier 2 visa. You cannot. So those that are on immigration bail are those that have done something and the home office detained them and they've applied for bail and stuff like that, and they've just been bailed. You cannot switch to a tier 2 visa if you are on immigration bail.
If you are currently holding a seasonal worker visa, you can't switch to a tier 2 visa in the UK. So seasonal workers are those that come to the UK for a period of time of a particular season. They work and then go back to their country or wherever they are working. You can't switch to a tier 2 visa if you are currently holding this visa. Also, if you are a domestic worker in a private household and you are currently holding this visa, you can't switch to a tier 2 visa. You must go back to your country if you eventually get a job that can sponsor you and apply for a tier 2 visa.
Finally, you cannot switch to tier 2 visa if you were given permission to stay in the UK outside the immigration rules. So some people can be given permission to stay in the UK outside the immigration rules, especially on compassionate grounds. Maybe they're having compassion on you for something, one thing or the other. You can stay in the UK. You may not stay on any valid visa, but they are allowing you to stay in the UK. If you are in this category, you will not be allowed to switch from your visa to tier 2. During that COVID period, you are normally allowed to stay for 6 months in the UK. And now my mom was allowed to stay for 1 year plus in the UK. That was because of the situation of things at that point. There was no travel, you could not travel, no flight and all of that. So she was allowed to stay for 1 year plus. And at that point, they allowed her to stay, but it was outside the immigration rules. But it won't affect her at all. They've said it, they've written letters and emails, and they've said it won't affect her future applications, it won't affect her current application, it won't affect nothing, because Home Office gave her the order, the go ahead to stay back. They actually gave her time that she would have to leave the country anyway. If you're giving that kind of yes, you can stay, you are not allowed to switch. And so many people then their visa expired and they were supposed to leave the country, but because of what was going on then, they stayed for more than 1 year, and Home Office told them that it is okay. We are not going to hold it against you. We will not penalize you. We are leaving you free of charge. And that went on for 1 year or so. So people that were in the UK then, some people that were already on student visa and it already got expired, were still working for that 1 year because they already had a job. So they were working for that 1 year, and when 1 year finished, they had so much money to go back and then apply for another visa or go back to their country and do whatever they planned to do then. So at that point, that 2020 period, some people were favored, and I was among them because I had the baby then and I needed someone to stay. So my mom was able to stay throughout that period to help me with childcare and all of that. And yeah, it helped us a lot at that point. I know people lost their lives and I'm really sorry about that. But that period was good for me because I had the best amugo ever. Like, I didn't have to stress myself like I did for my first baby. Enough of the story. It's okay. So yes, these are the people that cannot switch, even though you are in the UK currently or you are about to enter the UK, you are not allowed to switch to tier 2 visa. For you to switch, you must go back to your home country and apply for a visa. You're not even to switch now because you have to apply for the visa. And the number of years you've spent on this other one doesn't count towards your ILR. That's why I'm saying again, if you're coming on a visa, because I've seen people say, oh, let me come on a visit visa, I can find my way. You may be able to do it, but then be careful, because if you are found wanting, you may be deported, and that will mean you will not be able to enter the UK or most countries in the next 10 years. So you have to be careful with whatever plans you are having, or whatever plans you intend to have soon, or whatever thing you're planning to do. Just be careful, and stay at alert. And that's it about this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was detailed enough. If not, please let me know in the comment section. If you have questions, kindly ask me or connect with me on Instagram. My handle is in the description, and it will also be on my screen. Just so if you want to connect with me, if you want to ask questions, maybe private questions, just send me private messages on this on Instagram, and yes, I will respond to your questions. And that's me saying thank you guys so much for watching. Until I see you again in my next video. Do take care, stay safe, and bye.